My name is Linda Greenberg, and I am the Constitution Week Chair of the John Alexander Chapter of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution, known as the DAR. I delight in promoting the United States Constitution each September. The United States Constitution is truly a remarkable document about which you will learn more in this program. You may not be aware of the DAR. The DAR is a national organization that promotes historic preservation, education, and patriotism. There are over 9,000 members in the state of Virginia and 5 local chapters in this area. The United States Constitution was signed in Philadelphia on September 17, 1787. In 1787, Philadelphia was the largest city in America with a population of nearly 40,000 people. Today, New York City is the largest city in America with a population of over 8.5 million. Today, the population of Alexandria is about 160,000. In 1790, when the first census was taken, the population of Alexandria was 2,784 people. James Madison, a Virginian, was, some say, the father of the United States Constitution. He was also insightful into the ways of men. As such, he said, if men were angels, no government would be necessary. And in framing a government which is to be administered by men over men, the great difficulty lies in this. You must first enable the government to control the governed, and in the next place, oblige it to control itself. That is a challenge. It was a challenge in 1787, and it is a challenge today in 2020. Madison's idea for why this new form of government would work was that one interest group would balance another, or that one interest group or competing group would compete with another, so that no one interest or competing group would dominate. And if one did dominate, it would be short-lived. He also thought that having competitive branches of government would mean that each branch would vie for attention and control. Thus, our government is made up of 3 branches: an executive branch represented by the president, a legislative branch represented by Congress, and a judicial branch represented by the Supreme Court. Then there are, in addition, 50 state governments, as well as many, many local governments. Each of these governments has a constituency, and each competes for the hearts and minds of America's citizenry. That is why we are a free people.
Good morning. My name is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Parker Brown from the T.C. Williams JRPC program. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight
Constitution has provided the structure for our government and laws for 233 years. As a 12-year-old, I'm glad to know that our country has a strong government. At the same time, it is good to know what my rights and responsibilities are. For example, I know that I and the American people are the source of all the powers of the U.S. Constitution. Ours is a limited government that is divided into 3 branches: legislative, judicial, and executive. These branches have limited responsibilities and ensure that no one branch dominates over the other 2. It uses elections to create a representative democracy. The Bill of Rights provides for the basic freedoms of religion, speech, assembly, private property, and the right to bear arms. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of our country. And importantly, the right to judicial review gives the Supreme Court the power to interpret the U.S. Constitution so it can adapt it to changes in our society. We have 27 amendments. And this year, we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, the amendment that gave women the vote. I can see why the U.S. Constitution was the model for constitutions in many other countries. We the people of the United States, in order to form a perfect union, establish justice, ensure the domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. To ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Break it down. Rock it, baby. Come on, I want to hear you this time.
Amendment 1, free speech, free press, and freedom of religion too. The people's right to defend themselves, that'll be Amendment 2. No over our homes, free will keep us free. No search, no seizure, no soldiers knocking down your door. Amendment 4. The Bill of Rights will keep us free. The Bill of Rights for you and me. The Bill of Rights will keep us free. The Bill of Rights for you and me. Life, liberty, no property to fight.
Amendment 5.
See your accusers have returned
go. Do, do, do. And what do they do? Do, do. And what do they do? 2, 3, 4.
What do they do? This song is about the government. Do, what do they do? And about the establishment. Do, what do they do? The U.S. Constitution in 1787 became the main law in our land and said the government has 3 branches. Names, what are their names? Legislative, executive, judicial. What's the legislative do? The legislative makes the laws. What's the executive do? The executive enforces the laws. What's the judicial do? Courts hear the cases and interpret the laws that are passed by the Congress and the President, thus using checks and balances, using their powers to veto and amend. Representatives 435 and senators 100. Together that equals 535 in Congress. States lose powers, process of amendment, federal power. Ratification all plays a part to empower. And that's what they do, what the government does, how our Constitution works for all of us. Yeah!
The First Amendment to the United States Constitution protects the freedom of speech, religion, and the press. It also protects the right to peaceful protests and to petition the government. The amendment was adopted in 1791, along with 9 other amendments that make up the Bill of Rights, a written document protecting civil liberties under the United States law. Why is this important today? Because today, we are in the midst of a fresh fight against racism. And once again, we find ourselves demanding change this summer. This summer, our people have shown that they are tired of the established ways of our nation. We will no longer put up with racial inequities, with bigotry, and with people of color being treated in ways they would not even begin to contemplate treating others. Recently, we have seen people protest and speak up about the senseless murders of African Americans and the racial inequities that are pervasive among people of color. What has been tolerated for too long can no longer be tolerated. We must use our right to freedom of speech, religion, and the press to advocate for social justice and anti-racism in America, regardless of our race or our background. We must understand the power of privilege in our country, and we must embrace our discomfort with discussing race. And finally, we must accept the harsh reality that our country has a foundation of racism since the first Africans were kidnapped and brought to Jamestown in 1619. The Constitution gives us all the power to write the narrative of the future of our country. We all have the ability to really bring all races together and to overcome adversity. And we can all ensure that we do not continue to repeat history and perpetuate the racial tension that it continues to exist. This is a time when we need to speak up and use our voices to look forward and right the wrongs of our past.
I certainly learned a lot, and we appreciate your commitment and excitement for the Constitution. Let me thank the daughters for being a part of this event for so many years, and starting this event originally in the middle of the last century by ensuring that we as a country celebrate our Constitution. And we appreciate, while this is not the normal way we do this, and the virtual thing is a little different, we want to thank you for making sure that we keep this event going. I want to recognize my colleague from the City Council, City Councilwoman Amy Jackson, who is here with us in person as we do this event today. It is all the more important that we are celebrating the Constitution and the founding principles that our nation has lived, was founded under and lives under for so many years, especially right now. And I think at a time when our country is as divided as it has ever been, the Constitution is what we have in common, what keeps us together as a nation, and so it's all the more important that we recognize those founding principles. I do have a proclamation here I will read and then sign, and then I will hand it to you in an appropriate socially distanced way. Whereas September 17th, 2020 marks the 233rd anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. And whereas at the Constitutional Convention, our founding fathers, in order to secure the blessings of liberty for themselves and their posterity, did ordain and establish a Constitution for the United States of America. And whereas all citizens should understand the provisions and principles in the Constitution to support, preserve, and defend it. And whereas this signing provides a historic opportunity for all Americans to learn about and remember the achievements of our founders, and to reflect on the rights and principles of citizenship, as well as its attendant responsibilities. And whereas the independence guaranteed to the American people by the Constitution should be celebrated with ceremonies and activities during Constitution Week, September 17th through 23rd, 2020, as designated by proclamation by the President of the United States of America in accordance with Public Law 915. Now, therefore, I, Justin M. Wilson, Mayor of the City of Alexandria, Virginia, and on behalf of the Alexandria City Council, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through 23rd, 2020 as Constitution Week in the City of Alexandria, and urge all of our citizens to pay special attention during that week to our federal Constitution and the advantage of American citizenship. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Alexandria to be affixed this 17th day of September 2020. All right, so I am going to now sign that very neatly and legibly, and there we go. And I am going to give Ms. Greenberg
Thank you
a copy.
so much, Mayor Walker.
Absolutely, thank you very much
Thank
for all
you.
that you do.
Thank
So we appreciate it. Thank you.